morning, and what a wet one it is so far. It's Wednesday the 30th of August 2023 and I'm in the South Pennines. More specifically, I'm in Marsden. Oh, I think the rain might be stopping. Fingers crossed it's going to stay dry now, because the forecast is sunshine all day actually, so I don't know where the rain came from. Anyway, I'm in the centre of Marsden, and that hall with the clock tower behind me is the community hub of Marsden. That's Marsden Mechanics. That's better. Yep, the sun is definitely out now. Well, it's great to be back in Marsden again. I've been here quite a few times over the years, and I did make a film of a walk here back in 2015. So, why have I come back to Marsden today? Well, firstly I thought it bookends the series of walks that I've done recently. I've also been sort of dipping my toes in the South Pennines recently as well with my Peak District walks. So I thought, well, let's do one walk in the South Pennines itself. And also, Marsden, well, it's a great place, so why not come back here? I'm not going to feature it in great detail like I did last time though, so if you haven't seen that film, it's film number 37. I walked over to Town Gate, passing the old village stocks to reach the church of St Bartholomew, the building of which was completed in 1899. A few yards from here, I came to an old packhorse bridge. I remember this little bridge from before. Lovely. I'm crossing the River Cole now then. I'll get on and start the walk. Passing Marsden railway station, I turned left up Springhead Lane. Following a steep climb, I continued up an enclosed path to a rough lane, where I went left at a junction. Fantastic! Getting some great views over Marsden now. Managed to take the waterproofs off too, because the sun's out, it feels nice and warm, a bit breezy, but if it stays like this for the rest of the day, I will be very happy. So, this is a route I've not done before, even though obviously I've been to Marsden before. There will be places that I'll be visiting today that I did visit back in 2015, but there will also be a couple of new places I've not been to before. So, I'm trying not to duplicate what I filmed back in 2015, but whatever. I still think it's going to be a fab day. I briefly joined another section of the Kirklees Way as I headed along the occasionally tarred lane, keeping along the upper level at every junction. Reaching a fork above a farm, I turned right along a walled path. One thing that I think is worth mentioning, from the little I've seen of the South Pennines, and I don't know the area well, to me the South Pennines is as equally beautiful as the Peak District. It really is, and I'd like to explore more of it. I mean, obviously for me, again, the reason I don't come here so often is because it's that much further away for me. My journey this morning, it was 50 miles from home to Marsden, so I mean that's not miles and miles away, but it's far enough to obviously, you know, prevent me from coming as often as I like, really. But at some point, when I save up a bit of money sometime, I would like to come back and spend a few days in the South Pennines, you know, stay in a B&B or something or whatever, and just sort of explore more of it when I can, really, because I know that it is a fantastic area. I've seen photos of it, people that I know have shared photos on Facebook of all these different places in the South Pennines, and it looks absolutely fab. So yeah, I want to see more.
Dropping to a beck, the path curved to the left and then right up to a gate.
The clouds are looking a bit ominous again. Anyway, this is Lower Green Owlers. That's the name I can remember from before. Just going to follow this lane for a little way now.
I soon came to a waymarked stile, over which I climbed to head out onto the moor of March Hay Flat. Unfortunately for me, my route wasn't too obvious, and I had to negotiate my way around some boggy ground.
This bit's a little bit hard going, really. I didn't enjoy it just there, because if you try and follow the route that's on the map, it just takes you across that boggy area, and that's very difficult to cross. So the trick is to just come further up the hill, and then there is a path that sort of goes over the top of the boggy parts. But I think now I should be okay. I think I've done the worst bit now. See some people on the top now. Anyway, my route actually goes down that way, but I think whilst I'm almost at the top, it would be a shame if I didn't take advantage of it whilst I'm here. So I'm going to go up and take a closer look at the Buckstones.
I climbed up the steep but short path to reach the gritstone edge of the Buckstones. The views from here spoke for themselves.
It was definitely worth climbing up here. The Buckstones are fantastic. Some wonderful views as well. Where you step here because it's a bit dodgy, but yeah, beautiful. You can see Pule Hill over there as well. Well, I did enjoy that. It was worth climbing up to Buckstones to get these views. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, back down now, and my next port of call is that reservoir down there.
Along with several reservoirs nearby, Haigh Reservoir was built in the early 1800s to supply water to the Huddersfield narrow canal.
This is Haigh Reservoir. Absolutely beautiful. This reservoir's got a little beach as well. This is either the little waves rolling onto the shore here. Yeah. Apart from the sound of the water and a bit of the wind, can't hear anything else. And there's no one else around here. Got this whole place to myself. How fantastic is that? Nice pleasant walk across the dam now. It's lovely to be beside the water again, especially when there's no one else around. Okay, well, just take the path on the other side of the dam. I'll be slowly making my way back to Marsden then.
The reservoir is a site of special scientific interest and a significant breeding habitat for birds. From here, the path rose gently to a concrete post, where I turned sharp left.
I'm on an old packhorse road then. Must admit, my suspicions were first aroused when I saw those 2 stone marker posts that said PH Road on them. Anyway, whilst it's quiet and hopefully not too much wind, I'm going to give a shout out. Now, I joined a Facebook group some years ago called South Pennines Uphill and Down Dale. And that group basically is for anybody to share their photos of the South Pennines. So for me it's been great because, as I said before, I'm not that familiar with the South Pennines, but it's been great to see other people's photos of places that I have been, as well as those places I've not yet been to. So it's great for that. So I'd like to give a shout out to 2 friends of mine who are also members of that Facebook group, and that's Ian and Anne. Hi Ian and Anne, hope you're both well. Now Ian and Anne, I know they absolutely adore the South Pennines. I know one of their favourite hills, they were saying, is Pewel Hill actually. It's one of their favourites, if not their favourite. Yeah, they love the Colne Valley, they love the Home Valley. Often see pictures of them posting pictures of the Home Valley. So, but yeah, they absolutely adore the South Pennines, and they're always out and about walking in the area, so I always like seeing their photos. And yeah, I hope you're both keeping well, Ian and Anne. Now, I am approaching one place that I did visit back in 2015, but I'm looking forward to seeing it again. This is Eastergate Bridge. It's also called Close Gate Bridge. Now, I was here back in 2015, but it is lovely to be back here again today. What a fantastic little bridge that is. Now, even though I never followed the series in great detail, in Last of Summer Wine, this was used as one of the locations. Yeah, you can just imagine the Compo, Foggy and Cleggy sat on there, can't you? Wonderful. So, Eastergate Bridge is actually at the confluence of Haigh Clough and Redbrook Clough. Now, Haigh Clough is the one that comes down from Haigh Reservoir, and Redbrook Clough is the one that comes down from Redbrook Reservoir, which of course I visited on my last walk near Pule Hill. But it's here, I believe, where the two rivers meet that form the start of the River Colne. Well, I could stand by this bridge all day because it's beautiful. However, I need to get on with my walk, so I should just carry on following the River Colne now.
I followed the River Colne downstream, soon emerging onto a lane.
Haigh Green generator, around 1890. Water-powered generator installed to provide the first electricity to light a house in the Colne Valley. Haigh Green House and the generator were owned by Joseph Crowther, a prominent mill owner. This is interesting though. I suppose that's considered sculpture or art, but I wonder what that's all about. I've reached Tunnel End now then. I've been here before, but it's always nice to be back to this place. I'm going to have a look at the Standedge tunnels.
The Standedge tunnels run deep beneath the Pennines, between Tunnel End and Diggle in Saddleworth. They consist of one canal tunnel and 3 railway tunnels. This is the Canal tunnel, and is the highest, deepest and longest canal tunnel in Britain. Boat trips are available to explore the tunnel, and tea and cake can be enjoyed in the Water's Edge Coffee House.
Nice to be back at the Standedge tunnels. And that's the Canal tunnel. That's the longest and highest canal tunnel in England. I think it goes for about 3 miles. And traditionally, the barges would actually go through the tunnel, and the guys driving the barges would actually lean on top of the barge and put their feet on the walls, and they would basically walk their way through the canal tunnel. It's fascinating, and I think some of the boats still do that. Oh look, there's a boat coming out of the tunnel.
Although all 3 railway tunnels are still maintained, only one still remains in use. There is a visitor centre which tells the story of the tunnel, from its planning through over 200 years of history, including the fascinating story of its rescue, restoration and reopening in 2001.
And that's Standedge Visitor Centre. Yeah, it's going to close in 15 minutes, so I haven't really got much time to go inside, sadly. Never mind. A nice pleasant canal side walk now, back into the centre of Marsden. village centre now. I finished my walk. Lovely walk it's been again too. Fantastic to be back in Marsden, and just a nice little taster of the South Pennines again really. But hopefully in the not too distant future I'll come back and I'll see much more of the South Pennines. Well, it's 4:15 now, so if I was to leave I'd probably get home around 6 o'clock, so, but I'm not in any rush to get home today. I think I might go and have a pint in the Riverhead Brewery tap. Been in there before, so it's certainly got on offer for today. Pint of Riverhead Brewery, Happy Valley. I'm sitting upstairs and I've got upstairs to myself. Lovely. Busy downstairs on the ground floor by the bar, but thought I'd come up here and chill out on my own. It's nice. Nice pint to finish my day.